Okay, so then they comment back and they go, yeah, but when I do leave it on your homepage, you supposedly can't respond back. How about a video where you read our debates, read through all of it instead of picking and choosing? That could lead to either unintentional or intentional misinterpretation of my points. Alright, so I guess if you want me to comment on all of your points, I'll go back to the last video you made to me, which is down here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, this is your last video to me, and I will answer it. So, I go, an argument with a KKK guy might sound like, no they don't, from his side, but I assure you I'd have plenty to tell him, and that's where the fun lies. And he goes, what? What could you tell him? You have yet to refute my refutation of your soul logic. Alright, what would I tell the KKK guy? Let's see. He goes, black people don't have souls. I'll go, well, white people have souls. I'll go, yes they do. And he goes, no they don't. I go, well, yes they do, because they're the same. Everything about them is the same as us. The only thing different is the skin. Look at the genetics. They're almost 100% similar to us. The only difference is skin color, and that's the only thing we can find. I'm not a geneticist. Maybe they found, like, I know black people are a little bit more susceptible to T-cell, sickle cell anemia. But that's about it. Maybe we'll find something else. So it's basically the KKK guy's decision, responsibility to tell me that they don't have souls. When you're in the presence of a black person, you can feel their soul. Just like you can feel the soul of a white person. If you're on the telephone, you're talking to somebody, you can feel their soul through the telephone. And you don't know whether it's a black or white person. If there's some kind of jarble there where the accent goes out, and there's lots of black people without accents. And there's a lot of white people with accents. Black people and white people can have babies together. And then you'll have a half black, half white baby. So how could that be? So are you going to say that that baby doesn't have a soul? Because it has a little bit of black in it? For that reason it has a soul. What else would a KKK person say? I don't think KKK people even say that black people don't have souls anyway. They never even say that anyway. You're making me have an imaginary argument. Let's see. What else would a KKK person go? What possible argument could he give? I don't know. I think I hit that enough. So let's see. So then he goes, you said, so I go, you said pro-choice people want to shove laws down people's throats. Whose throats? We're talking about women being allowed to abort their fetuses here. They're not imposing anything on anyone else. The pro-lifers are. So then he goes, you're forcing local governments to label human beings non-persons, and refusing the right of people to defend children in the room. Believe it or not, people would like to defend their sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, siblings, cousins, or other innocent child from being brutally killed, not to mention the forcing of instruments of death down the baby's throat. Okay, so I guess you're saying that babies are killed, fetuses are killed by sticking stuff down their throat? Okay. So you're saying if a girl wants to abort her fetus, her mother should have the right to save her unborn granddaughter's life. That's what you're saying? Okay. Well, my argument is the fetus, number one, belongs to the mother. It's the mother's deal. It's in the mother's body. Sorry, grandmama, for that you're not going to get a new grandchild, but it's not your decision. It's the daughter's decision. So the argument is going to have to get diverted to whether or not a fetus has a soul. Okay, whether or not the fetus is an actual human. Now, I never said fetuses don't have souls. I said they're not humans. which would mean that it's not murder. And I'll get back to that later. I always forget to click the timer. Now I don't have, just a second. 5:15. All right. Start the thing. I have 5 minutes to go. All right. So 4 minutes to go. Okay. So then he goes, you said, so I said, you say life begins at conception, and I say life begins at birth. This is the very argument we need to have. I'll give you my reasons if you want. I want to do it publicly, though private arguments aren't worth it to me. So then they go, facts are not something you can debate. The earth is round, the Holocaust happened, life begins at conception. Yes, people can and have denied all those things, but that's irrelevant. Such things aren't subjective. If you deny them, it isn't a difference in opinion. It's you either lying or being mistaken. Okay. Yeah, you can tell me that life begins at conception, and that's a fact because the earth, and that's a fact because it's a fact that the earth is round and that the Holocaust happened. But I mean, just because you say it's a fact because other facts are facts doesn't make that a fact. You have to tell me that that's a fact. You have to tell me that that's a fact for another reason. So I'll tell you why that's not a fact. I'll tell you that life doesn't begin at conception. One reason life doesn't begin at conception is, let's see, people go, what's your birthday? That's the day you popped out of your mother's body. People don't go, oh yeah, the day my mama and my daddy had sex, that's the day I was born. Nobody does that. Nobody labels that as the birthday. And I don't think anybody even knows what day that was in the first place. Nobody in the whole world, no culture, nobody. Not that I know of. So there you go. Life begins. When did your life begin? Oh, my birthday. Birthday, life. The birthday is the day your life begins. You're born when your life begins. So your life begins when you pop out of your mother's body. So then you might go, oh, so then taking a preemie out and then killing the preemie after he's come out of the body, you're killing the baby? That would be murder. Yeah, that'd be murder. Take a preemie out of the baby, out of the mother, the preemie's alive and can survive, and then you kill him and call it abortion. Yeah, that's murder. Because he's already born. He came out of the womb alive. But with abortions, they take the babies out dead. They kill them inside the woman. Ah. Now I know that you'll go, oh yeah, but the little babies are twisting and screaming and like going into convulsions and stuff. Well, that's with the fetuses all inside the body. Okay, not with the fetuses outside the body. And if it happens outside the body, tell me, and then we'll debate that. Because the way that we have laws, abortion laws, is you're allowed legally to have an abortion up until what? The end of the second trimester, up until 6 months. And then after that, it's illegal to have an abortion. A late-term abortion is from 3 to 6 months, I'm guessing. I don't really know. I haven't done maybe you could tell me. But the idea is that you abort a fetus before it can be born and survive. So it's not actually a human yet. A human is something that can survive on its own. Before that, it's just a parasite. And there you go, not a human. And I think I'm out of time. So the next debate we need to have is, when does life begin? When does life begin? And if you have anything to say about that, go ahead. But I'm saying that, oh yeah, the souls. I do know that fetuses have souls, or incumbent souls or whatever, but that's another conversation. I'm out of time. Okay, so there you go.